Welcome back to the CSPN podcast. I'm Charlie Weber, sitting along Ryan Walsh. And Ryan, what do we have planned for today?
Well, Charlie, it's McBride edition. And that's a little more like it, Charlie.
It is. And let me touch you up here, Ryan. Okay.
And like we said earlier, a very special podcast this week.
It is. It is McBride week here at 425 Lindbergh Boulevard. And we are excited. The whole Chaminade community is excited. And Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about McBride?
Sure. McBride was a St. Louis high school, opened its doors in 1925.
Yeah.
Sadly had to close down in 1971, but not too far after. Chaminade adopted the McBride family, and now every year we have a Chaminade basketball game. McBride theme, all the alumni come, and it's surely a treat, Charlie.
It really is. And speaking of McBride alumni, we have a partner in crime that we hold near and dear to our hearts. On set today, his name is CJ Colmer, and he is on the McBride Scholarship, and we are excited.
Let's go! Woo! It's that week, baby!
Yep.
CJ, thank you for coming on, and like we said, you're part of the McBride Alumni Scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So can you just go ahead and tell us, how it has affected your life and your career here at Chaminade?
Yeah. Well, first, fellas, I'd like to say thanks for having me on the podcast.
Of course.
It's an honor. Second off, I'd like to say it's an honor for receiving the scholarship as well.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to receive that. Talking about its impact, Chaminade is a very high-class school, top of the line. Regarding my parents, it's a lot of money putting into this school. So people ask me, oh my gosh, CJ, it must be a burden for your parents to send you to that school. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, it's not all my parents that's helping me. I got people like the McBride Alumni Scholarship who is helping me out, giving me great opportunities that I don't think I can receive anywhere else in the nation at this point.
And CJ, that's a great point, and you touched on that so nicely. And now tomorrow, the big game, the big McBride game, know, and you're a guy who's going to be out there leading that Red Army. And so how does it feel to now be a senior, and you've been here since freshman year, and to lead the Red Army, especially on a night like McBride night?
Oh man, this tradition, leading on a traditional night like this, there's nothing better for it. I know as a senior I got a huge role leading the Red Army.
Yeah.
And I know we got all the alumni there.
All of them.
So
and I'm gonna cut you off here. We're gonna take a sneak peek into what McBride is like at that game. So, Ryan, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So here we see. I believe this was from 2018.
Yeah.
Charlie, it's our varsity squad lined up here, right in front of all those McBride alum. It's surely such a great tradition. And CJ, like you were saying earlier, to be leading this crowd and almost to be leading the alumni.
Yeah,
say.
I was about to say, Ryan, it's almost at this point we got two student sections. I mean, ours might be a little more rowdy. I mean, right? We're going nuts. We're doing the chants. We're going the whole 9 yards. But it's the fact of having them there.
Yeah.
It's that brotherhood. Mm-hmm. It's like you can feel it in the air. And I think the players feel a little bit too.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna come out with some swagger on the court.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And just to touch on the team, a lot of guys out with COVID. A lot of guys out with COVID.
Yeah.
You got Nilovan who contracted such a dangerous disease.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
It gets the worst. It'll get the worst.
And then obviously the snowball effect. I think we got 4 to 5 guys out. Our whole starting 5.
Besides B.J. Ward.
B.J. Ward,
yes.
We touched on him last podcast. Go check that out if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's enough about the basketball team. What about the hockey team?
Hockey team, we had a tough loss this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw it against SLU.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we got playoffs coming up.
Sure.
Playoff hockey season. Nothing better than that, fellas. And Chaminade received the 4 seed.
We did.
That's looking good. It
is. So, personally, I'm a big hockey guy. You guys both know that, Ryan. We've gone to Blues games. We've talked a lot about the sport and getting into it. And I decided to manage the hockey team for the past couple games due to Andrew Hunt being out. So to be in that locker room with the guys and just the grit on that lineup from head to toe. I mean, they go out there and they play the game hard.
Yeah, and not to cut you off or anything here, Charlie, but Andrew Clark, Connor Williamson, those are the guys.
Yes.
And like you said, to be behind the scenes, to be in that bench environment, what are those guys doing that are, maybe different from the rest?
That's a great question.
Appreciate that.
The way that they talk and the way that they communicate when they're on and off the ice, they're saying, hey, fix our gaps. Hey, coach, we need him.
If he moves, cut per se.
Sure. And I mean, it's something that tickles my fancy. I'm sure all of us do, but it's really a special group of guys we got, and hopefully they can make a run.
Yeah. So CJ, we just want to thank you for coming on this podcast. CJ, I'll shake your hand, COVID. Hopefully that doesn't.
Yeah.
That's no good. And like we said, guys, McBride night tomorrow, 6:30 at the Athletictron against Lutheran North. Like I said, I don't know if we've said it yet. It's McBride night.
It is.
Be there, be square, baby.
Get there. It's a sold-out crowd. All of us got tickets. We are excited. Hopefully you guys are amped as well. So we will see you there.